Me,
Lyndon.
Yeah, so
Lyndon
you're saying that you're in control.
I'm telling you, I didn't not want to fight you.
So if you're in control, then the fight would happen a lot easier. It don't make sense what you're saying.
Why not?
Because it just don't make sense.
Why not?
Why would I not want to come Manchester? I fought in Manchester before.
Not against me. You had to go Russia.
Say again?
The headshot didn't hurt.
It don't matter what shot it was.
All
I'm telling you is that
I wasn't holding on for dear life.
All I'm telling you is that you said I hurt you.
Big rematch. Lyndon Arthur and Arthur-Yarde, they run it back.
Lovely jab there from Arthur. Good jab again from Arthur. Two of them trading blows there. Great right hand. How did Arthur stay up from that one? Arthur-Yarde raises his arm aloft. Lyndon Arthur does likewise. For your winner, Lyndon King Arthur!
To be honest with you, I don't like to skin the word robbery, but I feel like I won the fight.
What? I believe they don't want to come to Manchester and fight me.
All it is, you got your fan base.
I talk, you listen.
I punch you.
Man, you ain't punching nothing. All right, let's go.
He's acting up because he's nervous. I'm gonna win, that's just fact. They've done everything they could to get out of the rematch.
Finally, the rematch we've all been waiting for. Lyndon Arthur versus Arthur-Yarde. It's been a long time in the making, almost a year to the day, and on the 4th of December at the Copper Box Arena, these boys will rematch again. How you feeling about the rematch, guys? I'll ask you first, Lyndon.
I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. If he thinks I didn't want to fight, I don't know why, but right now, it has to happen.
And how do you feel?
I'm just excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. It's not that I think he didn't want to fight, I know.
You didn't know I didn't want to fight.
Okay, well, his trainer.
That's nothing to do with me.
Didn't want this fight.
I never, ever backed out a fight from anybody.
Cool, I respect that. But he didn't back out from the fight, but his trainer didn't want the fight.
I'm not even. I think that's 100% evil.
No?
That's what the fight in Manchester.
That's what I got told.
Okay.
This is what I got told immediately after the fight.
That's good.
And that's what I got told afterwards. And again, it's like they had to go to paperwork and all that kind of stuff. So,
do you feel, Lyndon, if the shoe was on the other foot?
No, facts it wouldn't. But that's irrelevant right now, isn't it? If he'd
won the fight,
he'd have gone and got a world title shot. That's just he's Frank's little baby, so it's just what happens. You look after your babies.
First fight was very close, obviously. We all know that. It seemed that you had an injured hand. Did you have an injured hand, or?
My arm. I had to have an operation after the fight. My arm was a bit messed up weeks before the fight. Going into the fight, I wasn't 100% with throwing it. It was hurting. Anytime I missed, it would hurt. That's what was up with my arm.
I think it would be fair to say we've seen you perform much better, Anthony. How are you going to change the result this time round? How's it going to be different?
Just by being myself. In boxing, it's like I'm limited in experience. I've knocked out a lot of my opponents, and again, I don't know if it was my mental state at the time, but at the time I felt like I was just coasting. I felt like it was very, very comfortable in there. And when I watched the fight back again, I'm an honest and open person. When I watched it back, it was a lot closer than I thought it was when I was in the ring. I even said to Lyndon after the fight, I said, "You took me 12 rounds." Like, just confident. I can't say exactly how he was thinking when the bell rang, but I know he wasn't as confident as he gave off afterwards.
I didn't give off a confidence thing afterwards. Straight after the thing, I said it was a close fight until I watched it back. So I didn't give off.
No, I'm talking about in the ring before the interview. And then you said, "Yeah, you hurt me at the end."
I said, "You can't win a good body shot."
Okay, cool. But yeah, that's what I got. Like the feeling I got was like we both knew. I thought I won the fight in the ring. When I watched it back, I said, "What is this?" Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watched it back and I said, "What is this?"
What's your opinion on the fight now after watching it back?
Again,
you still think you won?
I'm always going to be open and honest. I feel like if there was a winner of the fight, it was me. I landed the more hurtful shots, the more clean and effective shots. All he really landed was a jab. Again, I gave respect to the jabs he landed because when you're in there, you don't really feel the punches, or you don't really, I wasn't affected by any of the punches, but I saw how he was responding to whenever I hit him, so I thought I was comfortable with him in the fight. When I watched it back, I said, "What is this? This rematch has to happen, and I have to right my wrongs." So that's the mission.
It was clear that the last round was your best round.
Yeah.
Is it a fact that you need to start earlier this time?
100%. 100%. As I was talking about experience before, when you're limited experience, and as Lyndon said, the winner of the fight was potentially going to go on and fight for a world title. I fought for a world title before. So it's like, I was thinking to myself, get some experience, get some rounds under your belt. If you go into a world title fight again, you need to be prepared, you need to push yourself, etc., etc., etc. That's why when the 12th round come, everyone saw it like me. I came up it, I was like, you know, if I stop him in the 12th, that's okay, because I've been the 12 rounds. So I put on a bit of pressure, but he thinks he knows how I'm going to come for the next fight. We've been in there with each other. We both know what each other hold. He said he had a hurt arm. I've had hurt arms, hurt hands, but I would never talk about it. I heard Floyd Mayweather say in the interview, after the Pacquiao fight, every fighter, you're a fighter yourself. You go into fights with injuries, but you don't really talk about it after the fight.
I think credit to you, Lyndon. You didn't really talk about it too much after the fight. You did mention the post-fight. The post-fight
I didn't need to.
interview you done.
I didn't need to. It's not like when if you lose and you mention it, you're giving an excuse. But I didn't need to say anything. Same operation was with my left arm. Exactly the same operation when I had the Emmanuel Nim fight. With my left arm, the jab, I wasn't confident with it. Went just in the changing room as it did against him. My right arm. The confidence gets taken out. You kind of think, if I miss, it's going to hurt and the pain goes through you, and it's just one of them things that happens. The adrenaline takes you through it, but your confidence is gone in believing you can land with it rather than actually landing with it.
And do you have the trust in Pat as a corner man to be able to give you the right advice when you want it? He has fought at a very high level.
Exactly, I was about to say that myself. He's been where I want to be in regards to. He's been British champion, European champion, he's fought for a world title. I've not yet done that, but I've been in Commonwealth titles, I've been in the WBO, the 10 round. I'm on the way to where he has been. So him taking me there and me believing in him in my corner, giving me the right advice is standard.
But with two good hands, do you expect the win to be even more dominant?
I think the fight's going to be a hard fight regardless.
Yeah.
I believe I'm going to win. Whether it's a grueling war, or whether it's a boxing lesson, I believe I'm going to win. I believe I'm the better boxer. I believe he has to come out and start fast. I believe he believes that I can't go with the pace that he's going to set. I'm excited for that round.
Probably fair to say that Tunde, your trainer, is a bit like Marmite. Some love him, some don't like him.
Yeah.
That would be fair to say.
Yeah.
He took a lot of criticism after that fight.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it was justified?
Absolutely. Any time a victory, though, any time a fight don't go your way, criticism is justified. Again, I took my criticism. I gave myself. No one gives a harder criticism than me to myself. I'm extremely hard on myself, and I feel like that's why I consistently get better. And Tunde knows I can own up to things that he does wrong. I can own up to things I do wrong. And James Cook has entered the team as well. And there's been a lot of change in everyone's personalities because everyone's back on mission. It's like, forget all the limelight and all the attention or whatever. You still got to go out there and do a job.
A big motto in your team, lands in the camp. Is that something that gets under your skin as a fighter, listening to that?
It's funny, isn't it? It's a gimmick that he's took and ran with it, and it's his thing. Everyone has to have something, and that's his thing, what he likes to shout.
For you personally, though, in the corner, when you're looking for instruction and you hear lands in the camp, are you being motivated by that, or do you think, you know, I want to know what I need to do in this round?
I definitely want to be instructed, but again, this is another thing that I felt like was blown out proportion. I saw a lot of people have asked me questions in interviews saying Tunde's instructions to me was lands in the camp, and that's not true at all. Tunde said something to me, and I said, it's lands in the camp now. It's lands in the camp. Tunde didn't even say that, and I think he repeated after me saying, yes, lands in the camp. And that was it. He didn't instruct me, lands in the camp. So I don't even know where that even came from.
So in a sense then, some of the criticism directed at Tunde has probably been unwarranted.
It's false.
Yeah.
He said something to me in the corner. Remember, the thing about boxing, yeah, is when it's shown on TV, you see snippets. Same way, again, I saw Lyndon in his, the little clip in his corner where Pat was saying to him, you need to throw the right hand to keep him off of you. And he said, I can't land it. There could have been more that was said, but that's all I saw. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to go by. And just like other people, I've said, Tunde said something to me and I've gone, yeah, lions in the camp. And he's repeated saying lions in the camp. So that's all they see. So it's just one of the things in boxing that you have to just, if you pay attention and listen to criticism in boxing, you won't have a long career.
And obviously James Cook, someone with a lot of experience.
Yes.
Whose decision was that to bring him to the team? Yours or
Both.
Tunde?
Both. I said, you know what, I feel like everyone was saying, leave Tunde, get a new coach. I just see it as like, okay, that's kind of like starting again. Do you get what I'm saying? Going from amateur to professional. I still work with my amateur coach as well sometimes, but for me it was a joint decision because everyone just wants to get better. We're beating on this growth thing. Everyone wants to be better. We want to get to the position you got to, fighting for world titles, trying to unify, things like that. So in order to do that, there can't be ego involved. You just got to try and do the best things to make yourself as good as possible.
So in the build-up to this fight, respect was always something I seen between both you guys, but just today, press conference and stuff, there's been a little bit of needle. Where does that come from?
What gets said here now with me and him, what got said over there, downstairs, it means nothing come 4th of December. It means absolutely nothing. The words said downstairs can't come into the ring with you. The crowd can't come into the ring with you. The trainers can't even come into the ring with you. It's only me and him.
I would agree with that, but is there respect there from both of you guys?
Respect as a fighter, 1,000,000% respect. I don't know him to not like him. I don't know him to hate him. I don't hold grudges, and I haven't got the energy to do it. So, as far as respect goes, 1,000,000% is a solid fighter.
Do you respect this man?
100%, 100%. And there's always been that respect there between us. It was there in the first fight. It's still there now. Again, as Lyndon said, it's entertainment, but I genuinely feel like Pat is wound up for some reason. And I don't know why it is, but I was stunned on what I said about we're not role models. We're definitely not role models, but people are watching us, and we've come from a certain background, and it's like, we're showing people how it's done. Allow the knife thing, because we've all lived a certain lifestyle. Again, I don't know about Lyndon's background, but I grew up around, I don't want to swear, I grew up around madness. And it's like, you're showing people how it's done. Go out there and make something of yourself. People ripped me off. I started boxing when I was 18 years old. And people was like, what are you doing? I said, but I want to go out there and try and do something. And I'm here now. So it's like, I'm pushing it to the sky.
Is it fair to say, though, that sometimes when trainers and fighters are so involved with each other, sometimes the passion just spills over there?
It's definitely passion. You know, Lyndon's like he's his son. I heard what he said up there, and I can see it. After the last fight, he came in the change room and he said, I want my son to go and make some money. I said, I respect it. That's what this game's about, isn't it? Trying to feed your family, trying to go into the next level. And again, this is me being honest, it's my opinion. That's why they didn't want to fight me again. He said it, and he wants to go on, have other fights, make some money. But there's a contract, and obviously I want to get my own back. So I don't blame him. I don't blame Pat either for trying to go another route.
I never went to go another route.
Well, I'm just telling you what
I'm just telling you, you keep saying me.
I know, but I'm just telling you what was happening.
I know, I'm just letting you know that I never went to go another route.
So Pat's the boss, right? So Pat makes the decisions. He makes all the decisions.
We make decisions.
Okay, so what we're coming back was that you did not want to fight me.
Me.
Lyndon. Yeah, so you're saying that you're in control.
I'm telling you, I didn't not want to fight you.
So if you're in control, then the fight would happen a lot easier. So my
the thing with us was the fight happening in Manchester. That was it.
But I didn't care what I thought. Okay. You know, that didn't even come to me.
Okay, well, I'm just letting you know what.
No one even said to me.
I just thought it was right. I just thought it was right. Cool. I don't care where we fought. I fought everywhere.
Same.
So it doesn't even make a difference.
Same. So even you saying about, I get it's entertainment, but the whole talk and you don't want to come to Manchester. Nobody put to me about going to Manchester. In my opinion, I found out about where it was going to be probably after you. Because I asked him, I said, where's the fight actually going to be when they're about to announce it? Because I don't care about all that stuff. I went to Russia. Because I'm just like, the fight's the fight. Don't matter. As Lyndon said, the trainers can't get in the ring. The crowd can't get in the ring. But one thing that is factual, crowds do make a difference. Because you're in a fight, atmosphere makes a difference. It's inevitable.
Is that something that's irked you? You won the last fight. You're from Manchester. Should the fight be in Manchester?
Listen, they always say I don't want to fight. It's nonsense. I went into the first fight as a champion. He had the name, the following, whatever. Okay, cool. I went to London. It just, to me, and probably why Pat's so vexed is because it only makes sense. Like, bring the fight back to Manchester now. Make it 1-1. But regardless, it makes, to me, I'm the fighter. So if we was fighting downstairs, here, in the hotel lobby, it would make no difference. You're fighting, you're in the ring, it doesn't make a difference. So, me not wanting to fight, to me hearing that's crazy. I don't know, I've been fighting. Again, I started, like him, I started boxing when I was 19. So, I've been boxing 10, 11 years of my life. Wherever I fight, it's irrelevant. Me not wanting to fight another boxer who's got 2 arms and 2 legs, the same as I have.
I think both of us need to take a lot of credit for how late you've come into the sport and the situation and the position you're both in at the minute. But who and how do you win this fight? Who wins the fight and how do you win it? I'm going to ask both of you the same question.
I obviously believe I'm going to win the fight. I don't care how I do it. All I have to do this fight is win. That's it. I have to win this fight. And he's going to try and knock me out. That's what he's going to do.
I think he thinks that I'm going to try and knock him out because I'm angry or for whatever reason.
That's not what I think.
For me,
I think that's what you have to do.
It's me, it's like, with boxing, it's like entertainment. Everyone wants to see big shots landed. Everyone wants to see excitement, entertainment. And if I land enough big shots on him, he's not lasting. He's not going to last it. He was holding on for dear life in the top round. And that's the only time in the fight I stepped it up. So it's like, I'm not a predictor. I haven't got a glass globe in here.
You know he didn't hurt me in the last round, didn't he? You know that though.
Say again?
With the headshot.
Say again?
You know the headshot didn't hurt. You know that.
It don't matter what shot it was.
All
I'm telling you is that
I wasn't holding on for dear life.
All I'm telling you is that you said I hurt you.
You caught me with a
and
good body shot.
I know I hurt you as well.
Good body shot. But I feel like you think it was a headshot because you had no idea you even caught up me with it.
Who? It was a left shot to the body.
Yeah, you had no idea that.
How?
You had no idea.
How would I know what shot it was then?
Because you've looked back and watched the fight.
No. I've watched the fight twice.
Yeah, exactly.
So how am I meant to know what shot it was?
You had no idea.
How am I meant to know what shot it was?
Exactly, you didn't have no idea at the time.
How am I meant to know what shot it was?
I'm letting you know you didn't have no idea at the time.
How you what's in my head?
You would have jumped on me.
How do you know?
You didn't do that.
How do you know?
Because you would have jumped on me.
I did try jumping. You was holding.
You didn't.
Anyway, it's all talking. So again, that's in the past. Again, he got the victory. I was happy for him. People think I'm some sort of hater. You get what I'm saying? You change your life around. When you win a boxing match, you change your life around. And again, I was happy for him, but I was pissed off it was at my expense. This is just the kind of person I am. I like to see success stories. But again, I've got to right my wrong.
So what happens from this point on? What's the next move? If you win the fight, where do you want to go?
Obviously, I can't afford to overlook him. But the writing's on the wall. Whoever wins this is probably going to go into a world title.
Would you agree with
I
that?
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But again, I got a mission. It's like I've become obsessed with a mission, and it's like it's not really it's not only to do with him. It's just to do with I got my mentality. I got my mind back, and that's like even the things I'm doing, how I'm living, like the things that I'm just doing, like, it's back, and it's good how I feel, and again the people around me as well. It's good to see.
And if you win this fight, it makes it 1 each. Do you offer this guy a rematch? Is there a rematch clause in the contract?
I don't even know. Even the first fight, yeah, the way I've always operated, I read the contract. That's when I find out there was a rematch clause. You give it to the right people. Is this okay? You know how the game goes. You give it to this person. Is this okay? Yes. You read through it. From you're okay with it, you sign it. I don't look past anything. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I was in his position and the first fight was close and everyone was saying, oh yeah, but Lyndon won, and they gave it to me, because it was a close fight, and they gave it to me, and they said, rematch, and that's what everyone was calling for, and no other fight made sense, I would have given him a rematch. So again, he's trying to act like he's got a glass globe and say he knows everything that's in my mind. You don't know what's in my mind. My character is not what he thinks it is.
But no judgment on your character. I know boxing.
You don't know nothing.
But I know boxing.
You're going off of what? Promoter.
No, I know,
and people in the
I
background,
know boxing.
the decisions that they make.
I know boxing.
So why are you putting on your Instagram that I didn't want to come to Manchester?
Because I can.
But why? You're lying to people then.
Why?
So you're lying to people then.
Why?
But why are you lying to people?
Can I not believe that?
Are you
can I
fake?
not say that?
Can
I not say that?
But why are you lying?
If I believe that, can I not say that?
But why are you lying though?
Why am I lying? If it's opinion, opinion can't be a lie.
Okay, cool, hold on.
Can an opinion be a lie?
No, opinion can't be a lie.
Exactly,
But
so that's my opinion.
Going off of
I'm not going off of anything. I'm going off of
Other
what I
things.
think. No, I'm not. I'm going off of
So
what I
you
think.
think I didn't want to come Manchester?
I believe that.
Why would I not want to come Manchester?
I believe that.
But why?
I don't care why. It's not nothing to do with
You
me.
don't even
Why?
believe
That's
what you're saying.
Why not?
It don't
Why
make
not?
sense what you're saying.
Why not?
Because it just don't make sense.
Why not?
Why would I not want to come Manchester? I fought in Manchester before.
Not
I've been
against,
to
not
Russia.
against me. Well, you had to go Russia.
Who said I had to
You
go
had to
Russia?
go Russia.
I didn't have to take the world title. I got
No, but
offered
you know what
step
I'm
aside
saying.
money.
You had to go Russia to
No, I
fight.
didn't.
For the world title, you had to go. If you was to fight Kovalev, you wanted to fight Kovalev,
Yeah.
did you have to go Russia? Was
I actually didn't.
Was he coming here?
No.
Would he have come
Listen,
here?
listen.
Would
He actually would have. He actually would have. But
Okay.
it's all to do with, as you say, you know the business, it's all to do with money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't, what I'm trying to say is I don't
Exactly.
care why I fight, bro.
Neither do I.
So we're not talking about you.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
We're talking about me.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're putting that there, but I'm scared to go somewhere. I fought in
That's
Manchester
what I believe.
before,
Not
and I
against
fought
me,
in
even.
worse places than
Not
Manchester.
against me, even.
Alright, cool.
It's my hometown.
Okay.
A prediction time.
My
Who-
prediction is just that, again, I win the fight.
How do you win it?
How I win
My knockout.
is just by domination. I wouldn't even say by knockout. If he survives, he survives. I'll give him credit. But it's just domination. It's
Can you outbox Lyndon?
I can. 100% I can outbox Lyndon. I see it as this. The first fight, yeah, he's saying about his hand or whatever. During the fight, he said he couldn't land it. So it's like there's a bit of a conflict in what he was saying. But, and he did land it. He did land it after his trainer said, you need to start throwing the right hand or whatever. My thing was this, yeah. If I had that close fight with him in a boxing match when I wasn't all there and I was doing going back to the wrong corner, my man wasn't in the ring, yeah? Of course I have the ability to outbox Lyndon.
Most people would see you as the boxer in this fight. Can you knock him out?
Of course. Anyone can be knocked out. You hit somebody on the butt and they go to sleep. I have power.
So the statement you made in the post-fight interview, straight after the fight, obviously emotions are high, but you said robbery. You thought you were robbed in the fight. Do you still stand by that?
You know, as you said, emotions are high. And again, wordplay is very important. I didn't say it is a robbery. I said I don't like to scream the word robbery. That's what I said. But because I actually mentioned the word robbery, people probably took it as if like, oh yeah, he's saying he got robbed. But I said I don't like to scream the word robbery. I'm heated. I'm heated. And as I said before, at the time I felt like I won the fight comfortably. Watching it back, I felt like I still won the fight, but it was a lot closer than I thought. Lyndon thought he won. I thought I won. One judge gave it to me by 5 rounds. The other 2 judges gave it to him by 1 round. It's one of them fights. You know, you've seen them fights time and time again in boxing, where it's just opinionated. It's based on opinions. But again, it is what it is. I have to live with it. And the rematch is there.
How do you feel standing in the ring? You were confident you won the fight at the end. When you hear
I thought it was close.
Yeah.
I thought it was a close fight until I watched it.
But when you hear Ian John Lewis's scorecard,
Yeah,
of
but
about
Iggy's
5 or 6
crazy. Iggy's
rounds,
crazy scorecards all the time. And that was a bit crazy, I think. He did a crazy one the other day, I'm sure I watched one fight. I don't know, it's just, I guess, the way he watches boxing, that it must be different from everyone else, I guess.
So we know there's a little bit of animosity between you, but there's a certain amount of respect between you guys, which is nice to see. And we should see it in boxing. Will you shake each other's hand here today?
Of course.
Of course, man.